So the way this whole thing went down was, in 1986, Dave Mays and John Schechter showed up. Dave Mays was from Washington, D.C., a huge go-go head, so big into go-go. He was actually called Go-Go Dave. He showed up at the Harvard dorms, and the way he tells it, he felt culture shock when he arrived here. He was like, where's the go-go community? Where's all the black folks? Where's my people? Like, where's the community that I'm used to dancing in and stuff? And so he was really looked like culture shock was a big part of his early experience. And he said that he was listening, he was in the dorms and he heard, I think it was Houdini, I can't remember if that was right, but it was an early rap record coming from upstairs, and he went upstairs and it was John Schechter's room. And so they started passing tapes back and forth. So it was music from the start. It was like he was listening. He didn't know rap so much because he was from D.C., which is odd. You would think that like D.C., you didn't like rap wasn't so big. It was go-go was bigger at that point in D.C. So he was a go-go head. He meets John Schechter, who's a hip hop head, and so the two of them teamed up. And the way Dave tells it, he was originally going to be a journalism. He was going to be on the Crimson. But the Crimson didn't allow you to have promotions, whereas WHRB, the specific license that they had, allowed you to sell promotions. He was an entrepreneur, so he immediately was like, this is what we ought to do. We got to start a hip-hop show, rap show, and they started in the fall of '86, Street Beat Radio. And he originally said it was on super late at night, 1 in the morning or something like that, but it quickly moved to Friday nights from 10 to midnight. And that's a pretty good time spot. Now, here's something that I didn't realize. I thought really the genealogy was Rap Explosion, Lekos Lemma, and Street Beat. But in fact, all of these were kind of overlapping. Dave was listening to Magnus on Lekos Lemma. He was listening to Mark Morrow and T. Clark on Rap Explosion. And he was like, we can do better than this. I want to be the best radio show in Boston. I want to be the best hip-hop show in Boston. So already a story about like the kind of competition among shows in town. So they launched the Street Beat radio show in '86. He says in 1987, RSO won you correct me if I'm wrong, Best Music Award?
Yeah.
In '87.
And also they won the battle at the ICA.
Okay, the battle at the ICA and Best Music Awards. So Dave says he finds out about RSO through the Best Music Awards, which I found amazing. I'm like, how did you not? So he decides, I'm going down to WERS and I'm going to meet them on Live Music Week. So he just walks into that radio station,